Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. We continue our discussion on the topic of infection control and prevention. We have already discussed in our previous lectures that our basic tool of infection prevention and control is number 1, hand washing. Number 2, wearing of PPEs, personal protective equipment. These include your face mask, head caps, protective goggles, and impervious shoes and white coat as you have worn. Now our today's topic of discussion is accidental needle prick injury. You all people are working in wards, especially you are from emergency department. If in hurry, God forbid, anyone suffers from accidental needle prick, then how to deal with the situation? I have already made a video clip on handling of syringe, single-handed handling of syringe. I hurriedly repeat in front of you people. First of all, please take a close-up of this, how to use the syringe with single hand. Open up the syringe packing like this. Never use your tooth or from other place in tearing the packing. You have opened up the syringe. Now lock the syringe before using. Once you have used the syringe, you have to put it as such completely in the yellow safety box. No cutting of needle and no recapping of needle. This recapping of needle leads to 99% cases of accidental prick injury. Single-handed management of syringe. If you have to recap the syringe in particular cases, for example, you have to send your fluid sample to the lab. Have a closer look of this recapping of syringe. Grasp your syringe in your right hand. Insert the metal needle into the plastic cap. Hold it vertically in the topmost direction. And now, using your index finger and thumb, lock the syringe. Never use this motion to fix the cap. Never use your second hand to fix the cap. Never use this type of motion to fix the cap. Never press your syringe against the bed of the patient. Now you have completed this single-handed management. Any question from your side? जी, anyone? जी, she has asked Dr. Saab, if there is accidental prick injury, then what we should do? Very simple. First of all, you clean the injured area or site of injury with soap and water. Never scrub the site of injury. Never do this. Okay? Use only soap and water to clean the injured area. Then encourage 2 to 3 drops of blood from the site of injury. 2 से 3 कतरे सुई चुभने वाली जगह से निकल जाने दें. Then use waterproof plaster to bandage your site of injury. Okay, this has been completed. Now the most important part of this needle prick accident is documentation. There is a register in all the departments and wards in which you have to record the accidental needle prick injury. उसमें आपने जो पेशेंट जिससे आपको प्रिक हुआ है, यू हैव टू राइट डाउन द name of the patient, UPIN number, date and time of needle prick accident. Okay? After that, you go for post-exposure prophylaxis. It includes, first of all, रिपोर्ट लेनी है आपने?
नहीं वैसे है।
अच्छा, you have to deal with the situation post-exposure prophylaxis. This includes, first of all, investigating the status of patient. You first of all check hepatitis B, C and HIV status of the patient from whom you have got the accidental needle prick injury. आपने मरीज के जिसकी आपको नीडल प्रिक हुई है उसका हेपेटाइटिस बी, सी और HIV आपने स्टेटस चेक करना है विद द कंसेंट ऑफ द पेशेंट. ओके, अगर we have got three situations in this scenario. First of all, patient is hepatitis B negative. Okay, then nothing to do with the B case. If patient is hepatitis B positive, then you have to check your immune status. In that immune status, if you are already being vaccinated against hepatitis B, then you have to go for your booster dose. If your booster dose is complete, then you have to go for injection of immunoglobulin. What are immunoglobulins? Immunoglobulins are already prepared ready-made antibodies against hepatitis B virus. आप इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन का इंजेक्शन लगवाएंगी और इसके साथ अपना बूस्टर डोज लगवाएंगे. इफ यू आर प्रीवियसली बीइंग नॉन वैक्सीनेटेड, आपकी वैक्सीनेशन नहीं हुई है हेपेटाइटिस बी के अगेंस्ट, तो फिर आप सबसे पहले यू विल गो फॉर इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन इंजेक्शन एंड इमीडिएटली स्टार्ट योर hepatitis B vaccination. This is the completion of your first scenario in which hepatitis B was positive. Now we have got second situation in the same scenario. If patient is hepatitis C positive, then what you have to do? Students, you immediately consult your physician, and there are two concepts of opinion. One book says immediately go for retroviral or antiviral treatment. Okay? And other books say that first you will have to go for some laboratory test. We will discuss these laboratory tests which are mandatory in these scenarios for the patient as well as for the injured person. Now the third scenario is, God forbid, if patient is HIV positive and this syringe pricks you, immediately start your retroviral treatment. There is no second opinion in this case. If patient was HIV positive, you immediately start retroviral treatment, antiviral treatment against HIV virus. Now our treatment scenario is completed. What about lab investigations which are to be carried out during this scenario? Please give this camera to me so that I may have a closer look. Ji student, please come closer to me. First of all, if the source or patient is hepatitis B, C or HIV positive, you have to go for hepatitis B antigen test of the patient, hepatitis C antibody level of the patient, HIV testing of the patient, and
AST and ALT levels of the patient. Now, what about exposed individual? Immediately go for hepatitis B surface antibodies level, which is commonly called as antibody titer level. If patient is C positive, then the exposed individual must go for hepatitis C antibody levels test first at the time of needle prick injury and then at 2 weeks, 4 weeks and 8 weeks interval. If the patient was HIV positive, then the exposed individual will go for HIV testing at the time of prick and again HIV testing at 1.5 month, 3 month and 6 month time interval. So this was very brief about accidental needle prick injury. Thank you for your kind attendance. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.